Battle control initialized.
Hey there, everybody. It's another game that I'm going to be casting. It's going to be between two notable players, one of which is from the ORA and the other from CA. So it's pretty much like two titans trying to attack each other head first in a map called Sumpio. So we have here on the top side, we have the guy on top of the shadow ladder. He's rank 1 over there because he's the only one on that ranking. We have Hyper playing as Russia. And on the bottom left side, we have, well, people could say a newcomer to the CA community, but he's been known, way too well known in ORA. We have Creo, who's playing out Legion. So currently, both of them are providing. They have different, like let's say they have a different opener for the infantry. So Hyper went with the infantry first, whereas Creo went for the engineer first, try to capture the oil in the back, and Hyper brought out an attack dog, which also provides information around it. Like, this is the only vision attack dog. So right now, Hyper knows he's an engineer, so he goes in for the kill. The reason why he knows it was an engineer because of the time delay between like the last blip was right here, right, and then the next one is right here. So by process of elimination, Hyper knows he's an engineer. Yeah, it's something that Soviet players can do here. I'm not 100% sure what trait dogs has in the ORA. Like, are they able to sniff? So like how it is right there? I don't know. Never played ORA. I've just watched videos about it, like cast, say from Blackhand or Five Aces. So right now we see a possible fight between the two. It does appear Hyper's just staying there. Defender's advantage for Hyper. If Creo goes in, it's gonna be problematic for him. But sadly, Creo baited Hyper with the attempt of engineer capture, oil capture. He baited. My God, you don't see this in CA often. So again, like two players who are very good, like they have their own philosophies. Good play there by Creo. Like in CA, rifles or like let's say minigunners for TD or GDI or NOD factions, rifles have the same range and vision. So it's not like in ORA, whereas let's say your rifle is right here in the center, and then you can attack fire towards the fog. Like you have no vision on. It's not like that. So defender's advantage here is very, very prevalent. So good play there by Creo, baiting Hyper. Like Hyper was already in position. He was already entrenched. He doesn't need to move. Just let Creo come in. But he saw Creo was capturing the oil. He's like, okay, I need to stop him from doing that. However, in the process, he underestimated the firepower of the rifles that were standing there, ready to attack whatever rifles or how many rifles Hyper had to poke out the engineer. And as he did that, he see that they were trying to move in, pull back the engineer. So all of those rifles walked to their deaths. Again, good game sense. And we see here Creo pulling out their recon bike. It's gonna be a harassment. There's only two, it appears. However, Hyper with a BTR here. I think it's 4 grens at the back, try to destroy the refinery. We have here Creo also trying to go around, perhaps poke this, or maybe this. Best target for Creo would be these, and then attack the refinery from out of range of the flame tower. He has options, but we'll see what he decides. Creo should be aware that there's a BTR here. Doesn't seem like it. So Hyper places BTR here, try to undeploy. He undeployed the BTR to unload all of the grenadiers, so they can commit the BTR to scout out information for him. That's something I always do, or sometimes I do. Right now, we just see Hyper picking out One rocket right there, but it does seem like it's gonna die. Not yet. So, a lot of information given to Hyper right there. He also scouted out the first expansion by Creo. Good play so far by Hyper. I'm liking it. So far, Creo doesn't know that Hyper has a 4 BTR right here, for Grenadiers. BTR was sent in as a transport and a scout at the same time. So right now, if anything, Creo tried to harass Hyper, but unfortunately, with the presence of the singular flame tower right here, provides all the protection this ore truck needs. Because if Hyper doesn't have a flame tower here, the other thing that he could make are 5 rifles and then just have them stand anywhere, like trying to defend this location. So we see here the first engagement. Hyper has 4.3 worth of infantry and 2.3 worth of vehicles. So that's like 6.6. Creo has like similar numbers, but 1 less vehicles for him. His other vehicle is still over there. Hyper is going out of position. He is out of position, so he needs to reposition all of these troops right here. Try to wait for the heavy tanks, and right now there's gonna be a combat. Hyper's gonna focus fire on the battle tank, and I do think that's the time. Yeah, that's the time that Hyper does the sneak attack over there, taking away the attention from the middle, from the bottom left, and Creo is also trying to attack, but it's no avail. It's no use. However, right here, Hyper is in big trouble. Big trouble for the fight over here. He has lost all of his army. It does appear he is bringing out the V2. And he's not making infantry. He's not making infantry. He has what? You have 5-6. You need to make something. Okay, I'm feeling Hyper's gonna be in a bad position here. He forgot to make infantry, and he just started making right now. The time that he lost there is like around 30 seconds, I guess. He stopped making infantry. Those 30 seconds, it could have built up quite a number. And yeah, bikes, your scariest defense to worry about would be the Tesla coils. And the Yaks will be taking out the recon bike. I'm not feeling Hyper at this moment because of the sad moment here. So, like the sad moment here rather in the middle. It does appear that Creo will be going around trying to poke out, doing a double prong onto Hyper. Pretty standard ORA play, I believe. Like just stay tier 1. As far as CA is concerned, it's like staying tier 1. So vehicle tanks, rockets, rifles works wonders. Even here in CA, it still works, right? So here, pretty much Creo will be going in. All of the troops right here from Hyper will have to react to that, whereas the troops right here will be getting into position. Oh no, that's not a good sign for Hyper. He is gonna be going into a troop, a brigade over there. It does appear like he's gonna be losing out his MCV. If Creo notices it, does he? Yeah, he notices it. And so Hyper loses his MCV and the refinery over here. It doesn't seem like Hyper will be winning this out. And at that moment, I am feeling a GG is gonna be coming in soon. Hyper's lost his only MCV. He has lost the refiner over here. He has only 4 ore trucks, 2 of which is being pressured over here. He lost his only refiner over here. So if he needs to gather Tiberium from this one, he has to do long distance mining. But it's gonna take a long time for him. Right now, he's making no vehicles right now. No MCV. Yeah, he's not gonna be making MCV. He feels like he needs to go all in this fight. He does have Tesla tanks right here, so the infantry from Creo will be fried easily. But with the appearance of the Apache, if Creo is able to micro, it should be good for him, taking out the shock trooper, and it goes down by the Yaks. Pretty much here, We see microwave tank right there is gonna be disabling vehicles right there, like that. It's disabled and it pretty much. Oh no! Why is a V2 in the front? Boom! And yeah, and as I said, GG's been called. Sad day for Hyper. I think he's feeling the power of the ORA strategy. Try to do double prong, multi prong attacks. It's just unfortunate for him. Like he undeployed from here, go here. Yeah, go through here, like trying to expand, but it wasn't guarded. His attention was somewhere else, like right here. Sending from send all of his troops from here, try to defend. It's very important, right? It's very important because you have one tree, like excuse me, like if you want to be very efficient, you need to have refineries on each, right? You can't just leave like um like one do long distance mining here. Well, you could if you have excess harvester to do like some like similar to how you do in StarCraft, whereas like Vespine Geyser, you'd have like 4 guys to harvest it, and then it's gonna be very efficient. Here, like the harvester's not it's not as cheap as SCVs or drones, so it's pretty costly. So long distance mining is something if you could do if you have the excess harvester for it. Sometimes it's just better to place a refinery beside it just to keep up with your money. And to expand on what he says, so CA has 2 flamethrowers. One is from the Nod. Go here. Units produced, it says here, Nod flamethrowers. So Creo made 4. Nod flamethrowers are best used against buildings. Don't use them against infantry. Because if let's say this is their cell, they only have like this range. So more or less it's like a melee infantry. Don't bother using them against infantry. Well, you could, but more often than not, you would be losing out. You know, you'd be throwing them into the grinder doing so. Soviet flamers, on the other hand, they shoot fireballs. So you could use Soviet flamers if you want to do um, harassment against buildings, or you want to poke blobs of infantry, like a nuke, like a mini nuke against a blob of infantry. And it has 9k HP compared to the regular infantry, the rifles, which has 5,000. So that's like almost as twice, right? Almost as twice. And remember, if you prone here in the game, you receive like 50% damage reduction. So in theory, your 9k HP Soviet Flamer will get 18k HP. It's like after reductions. Anyway, that's the first game between between Hyper and Creo, and we'll see you on the next one.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Hey there, everybody! It's another game between Hyper and Creo. So we actually let's just go straight ahead with the match. We see Hyper right here in the top right playing as Zocom, one of his well-practiced GDI faction, I'd say. And on the bottom left, we have Creo again, the beast from ORA, jumping here to CA, just testing out how things play out here. How is it different from the ORA? So currently see him go straight first with an engineer. He values having that oil right away in his control. Pretty good, pretty good. Hyper, on the other hand, values having more infantry up front. So currently, both of them have engaged. Both of them were on randoming any faction. So the veil's off right now, ladies and gents. So they now know what faction the other guy is. See Creo here catching up to the second oil under his control. Hyper has yet to control one. And let's set it here to the production. Both of them went for their regular build, or like the eco-friendly build, which is like barracks, two refineries, and then war factory. So we see Creo go. We see Creo places his airstrip, kind of a little bit different from the regular stuff. I didn't see that. Oh yeah, yeah. So figured he placed like one of his infantry here, like almost dead infantry, I guess, and then just let it be. Kind of Viceroid. Viceroids are, they only happen when you place an infantry on top of Tiberium. So it's not like in ORA where you can just send over your troops over the ore. Here they receive damage over time when they're not when they're not when they don't have the see this icon right here. That's a Tiberium immunity icon. That means this unit here, this army has tip suits. Zocom by default enjoys that feature. Like they already have tip suits researched. As you can see here, it says there hazmat suits equipped as standard. So no need for him to research that one. So Creo was just waiting for like chances to happen there, and it did. Came out. Viceroid, while not really it doesn't have a lot of HP, it deals good damage to infantry and buildings. So you have to be careful dealing with that. Let's speed it up a little bit. Just checking my settings right here. Okay. So currently we see Creo with 6.9k. Seems like he is going to be going here, trying to see like where Hyper is right now. Hyper is trying to play defensively. Placed his MCV here so that he can base scroll both directions for Tiberium, but it does appear like an engagement is gonna happen soon. Hyper has 3 battle tanks, whereas Creo has 2 in front. Currently he's positioning his light tanks to be in front, but I think he has to fully commit to retreating. It's gonna be problematic for him. Currently 4 battle tanks by Hyper, one of which is dead right now. It does appear like he is microing it way too much, and the medics are already in front. Right now, Hyper does not have a lot of rockets. So, as far as the fight goes, I'd say both of them were just poking out like what the other guy can do. Hyper did not have a lot of rockets, so when this dies, he can pretty much wipe the entire infantry or something like that. Whereas Creo had a considerable amount of rockets. So both of them would have traded out, and I believe both of them just decided, okay, let's not do this. It's not worth it. So currently, Hyper went for an airfield instead of a racks or a wharf, whereas Creo went for double racks. So currently, Creo is amassing infantry in front. He has 15k, whereas Hyper has 9.2k. It does appear like Creo will be pushing in soon. We do see Creo making a helipad. Perhaps he's going to be making an Apache for it. Yeah, he's making an Apache. Let's check the money. Currently, we see Creo with 1.6 with 6 harvesters. 3 of which over here oversaturated by 1 harvester a little bit. He will eco slide later when he does put up one over here. Yeah, so far Creo is good with the economy status. Hyper, on the other hand, is just I'd say he's barely there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I believe Hyper went for a double. I don't know. I believe Creo went for an extra harvester with the use of airstrip. Yeah. So that's why he's a little bit forward with his expansion. Because a refinery, like, you have the choice between making a harvester over the war factory or a harvester over the refinery. Refinery is a little bit costly, but it's all about choice. Like, you want to make vehicles. That's what happened there. That's why Hyper has, well, a lot of battle tanks compared to Creo in the first fight, because he made another harvester by making a refinery. The spear here, both of them are just poking out, and light tanks are dealing harassments to the harvester. Big problem by right there by Hyper. He needs to take this back. Otherwise, he has to long distance mine over here. It does appear he has set up his refinery right there. He has enough power in order for him to sustain when he goes for a tech center. Right now, Warthog is online as well as the Apache. Apache will be picking off the JGTs. And potentially the rocket soldier as well. One tip when dealing with Apaches like this, I think it's also notable in ORA, like with the use of Blackhawks or whatsoever. Never attack move with your rocket soldier when you're trying to pick off aircraft. You're most likely gonna lose out. Good bombing run right there by Hyper. Just a little bit of pick off. So currently, excuse me. So currently, Hyper is now ready to go tier 3. I would guess, like, the reason I'm stopping right here is I'm guessing what he's gonna be doing, like trying to predict like what's gonna happen like few seconds later. So he's gonna rush for a disruptor, which is a heavy anti-infantry, anti-building sonic weapon, sonic tank. So, like, all of this infantry right here by Creo will be eviscerated, it will be erased. That's what I'm guessing. After the battle tank right there, he's gonna be rushing that one. If Hyper is gonna leave it as is, he only has like one, right? One Rax, one Wharf. Whereas Creo actually has like he's on 2-1 build right here. 2 Rax, 1 Wharf. So as far as production is concerned, Creo is above Hyper. And with the use of the Warthogs, he needs to be very careful with the micro because he doesn't have a repair bay ready to repair all of the aircraft for him. Yeah, he's gonna be undeploying. Where is he going? He was going to make a war factory, but he stopped. Yeah, right there he's making a disruptor right now. So if Creo doesn't push in at this moment, because like Hyper's making disruptors right now. If Creo doesn't push in right now, he will definitely lose. Like lose out to the amount of damage, because Creo is not yet tier 3, and you are able to research flak, like flak vest. If I'm not wrong, flak vest mitigates the damage from disruptor, and you need tier 3 for that. So as long as Creo doesn't make a tier 3, again, I might be wrong, huh? I might be wrong. I might be remembering things incorrectly. But I think I think disruptors are mitigated by flak damage. So currently, Creo is poking out. Okay, I see there's no troops right here. I'm gonna be sending my army over here, like a portion of my army right there, just doing double prongs whatsoever, in order for Hyper to be given a dilemma, similar to here. Oh, providing vision for the obelisk of light. That is huge. So once again, this area right here is being pressured. And currently on the back, fortunately for Creo, he has summoned an artillery, but it doesn't appear he's paying attention to that one using the artillery. He want to use the Apache. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's okay. And a bombing run right there. Hyper has lost 6k worth. Ah, shut up. Hyper has lost 6k worth of Warthogs. 3 of them, to be exact. However, he did deal good damage to Creo with the infantry right there. As it stands out, we are seeing light tanks trying to harass the harvester on the back, and another light tank trying to destroy the refinery. I don't think it's gonna be worth it because there's 2 refinery in the back. So currently, Creo is trying to poke out, trying to get a feel on how Hyper is doing. Destroy the other oil right here. So for those of you who actually play ORA but not CA, the oil derrick over here, they retain even after they get destroyed. They only they only disappear when the HP, when like this, right? This is destroyed. You can send another engineer to get it running once again. But when it's actually on destroyed state and the HP goes 0, that's the moment it goes bye bye. You could try to destroy it, but it is the highest HP in the game right now. So I would say just let it run out of HP by itself. I don't know how long it takes. I did not bother trying to check for that one. It does appear like both of them are gonna be feeling out again. Creo is slightly ahead, but with MLRS and disruptors coming online, Hyper is trying to micro on that one, and it does appear that the disruptor will be doing its job. If the disruptor is not killed, it will be a big problem, and it does appear Creo is holding on. Oh my god, what a play by Creo right there, putting in a Chinook in order to de-aggro from the front line. That is amazing. Oh my god. Right now Hyper is debating, okay, should I have sent these guys in or not? Creo showing off his superiority, is telling Hyper, hey, you know what? You suck. Go back to your mama's titties or something. I don't know. So anyway, it does appear Hyper is in a big trouble right here. Shadow Glider has been called. They're usually the best to use picking off Refinery, because they are essentially grenadiers, but they are flying. You know? You feel me on that one? So currently this Harvester right here will be dead.
Time to rock and roll.
Will be dead. Yeah, no need to no need to expand that. Oh no. Yeah, will be dead. Anyway, Creo over here sending another batch of troops, and currently Creo has made a Temple of Nod with the appearance of Commando. He should be able to pick off the Zone Raider when possible. What was that shot? I was hearing shots. I think I'm going insane. Anyway, I think Creo saw that. Yeah, he sees it. So currently he's just waiting his time. And right now, he is providing a dilemma to Hyper. Should he defend this? Or should he defend this? Either way, he loses out on both. He lost his refiner over here, so no more harvesting operations over here, and it does appear that the MCV will be going down from the Apache fire. Two guns are trying to attack it, and it does go bye-bye. Does appear another prong attack over here. Hyper is not functioning right now. He is malfunctioned. He has no idea what to do, and he just sent in the Zone Raider in order for him to do something, but unfortunately there's a lot of infantry waiting over there, and does appear this Harvester is retiring right now. Thank you for your service, sir. And the refinery on the back is now destroyed. Currently, Hyper is only able to harvest from this area or here. And stealth tanks has been dropped. Due to friendly fire, Hyper destroyed his own power plant right there. And minigunners are dealing everything that they can do against this Zone Raider, and a GG has been called. Good play by Creo right there. He overcome the problem of the disruptors. Medset died of half. Oh, okay. That's very sad, but I feel like that's an excuse for him. Not really. You know, you gotta put up some excuses because you're young. You know, Hyper has that privilege. If you guys don't know, Hyper is like 13 years old. He keeps playing Minecraft whatsoever. I didn't hear Commando. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Anyway, that's all jokes over there. Yeah, great play by Creo right there, using the Chinooks, diverting aggro off the stuff over here. The infantry, or the vehicles as well. Like, he placed it in the middle. Chinooks, the only faction that has different HP for a helicopter are Soviets. It costs 100 more, slightly faster, and more HP. And it also carries 10 passengers instead of 8. So, That's a little trivia for you guys. So the play right there, Creo, was really good because of the infantry over there. Infantry and the rockets, they were focusing on the Chinook instead of the stuff here in the middle. Pretty good play, and as I said, like he had disruptor. If Hyper had like two disruptor in the front, I'm not sure why he was thinking just to have one. Cause he had troops over here too, like one disruptor and then like I think two XOs. Like he has a couple of vehicles right there. He did not put them in. So it was really weird for me. Anyway, great play by Creo. Like I would say, people in the ORA would say, yeah, that's pretty much expected from him. He's not sure. Yeah, he's still learning. By the time that this recording has happened, there's not really a lot of players, not really a lot of 1v1s being posted, aside from like Hans and Stromberg currently. So yeah, this is like the game 2 out of like 5 games that they played. So Hyper is up for the challenge right there. Absolutely, absolutely. He's very confident. That's how youngsters are. They're very confident with matching up with the old folks, with the veterans. You gotta learn while sir you're still young. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this game. Great game by Creo, great plays, and absolutely genius move right here. The made use of Chinooks. I really like it. Anyway, let's see you guys in the next one, and peace out.
Battle control terminated.